Are you expendable at your job? This is a question that I have for Black women who may be working in toxic jobs. I was inspired to do this video because actually people have asked me to do a video in response to what happened with the Wells Fargo employee. You may have already heard about what happened, but there was an employee who was working at Wells Fargo, and she had actually passed away and was in the office for 4 days before she was discovered. So she clocked in one day and nobody recognized that this woman, nobody checked in on her. Nobody even knew what was happening. So I was again inspired to this video because I was asked to do this video. And after I saw that story and read that story about what happened to the Wells Fargo employee, I said, you know what, let me do a video to really talk to Black women about ways that you can evaluate if you may be expendable at your job. So if you don't know me already, I'm Dr. Kamani. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, a toxic job survivor, but more importantly, I'm a toxic job liberator for Black women. So I'm going to talk about some reflection questions for you. One is I invite you to think about what role does a job play in your life? So again, just think about what role does it play in your life as you think about, yes, a job is a way that you make money, but does a job have other meanings for you, particularly in relation to your identity? And that will lead to one of my other reflection questions. Number two, I invite you to think about how much time does your job take in your life? So I'm not including the time that you're actually at your job or the time that you're taking driving to work or leaving work. I'm talking about the totality. So when you think about how much time are you thinking about the job when you're not there? How much time are you talking about the job with other people because of what you're experiencing at the job? So think about how much time that is taking out of your life. The third thing I invite you to think about is in what way does the job define your identity? So when you're in your personal out and about, talking to people, meeting people, when you're meeting people, when you're talking to people, just in your personal life, how much does your job play in that conversation? So when you introduce yourself, are you introducing yourself in relation to your job title or your job position? When you're in your personal life talking about other things, how much of that is involved with talking about the role you play in your job? The fourth thing that I invite you to really think about in relation to are you expendable at your job is to think about and be honest with yourself. Do you think that you're not expendable at your job? Do you say some things like to yourself, like I've heard Black women say, this place would fall apart if I wasn't here. They would not know what to do if I wasn't here. So, heads up, just as we saw with the Wells Fargo employee, and as we've seen about so many people who have unfortunately died at the workplace or have died, and we have seen how quickly the employer will fill that position. Unfortunately, we are all expendable. So, just for us to keep that in mind and for us to think about how much time is a job taking, from our lives, and do we have work-life balance? So yes, we may need to have the job to make money, to get benefits, all these things, but if the job is harming you in some way, let us think about that. If the job is consuming you, let's think about that. If the job defines who you are, let's think about that. Let's lean into, let's pause and say, wait a minute. Are there other ways for me to make money, particularly if this job is harming me? Can I transition to a different position or a different job or work for myself? What can I do so that a job does not become all consuming for me, particularly when that job is causing you some harm? And unfortunately, yes, these jobs we're expendable. So the priority is really making sure that you are okay, knowing that you have options to make money. It may seem difficult for you to really conceive of that, but yes, you do have options. I'm here to provide resources for you to talk about what your options are, but also to prepare yourself mentally to leave a job because it's not easy to do it. However, you are able to pivot In my videos, I talk about how I've done it, and I've also shown examples with other Black women. So again, during this time, it's Labor Day or whatever day you're watching this, take a moment to reflect on, are you expendable at your job? If there's things going on at your job, know that you deserve better. Know that you have agency. Know that you have options. I'm providing these options or resources available to you. Okay. So check in the description section for that. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up because it lets YouTube know to suggest this video to other Black women who may be in similar situations. And please share this video with at least 2 other Black women. Okay, so I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.